Hey, with my boy TRIPsta. What's going on with you today, Trip?
What's up, man?
First off, Trip, you know what I'm saying? Me being up in Western North Carolina, we up in Asheville and whatnot. Let the people know where you from and tell the people about your name a little bit.
Well, I'm a local boy. I'm from Asheville, North Carolina, born and raised. Technically not born, but anyway, a little bit about myself. I started making beats around the time when I was drumming back in the day. I developed the name Trip. Back in the day it was Trippy. It's kind of shortened itself to Trip. And then developed there to TRIPsta. Some colleagues of mine gave it to me about my freshman year in college when I was at WCU. And I was making beats back then and started learning to freestyle. And now we're doing the hip-hop game as it is.
So really the name really formulated from being a beat maker and being like a rhyme sayer too, basically, is what you're saying?
Yes, sir. I mean, before, I get my background from playing drums. I participated in Drumline and the marching band and all that stuff, and I played drums for rock bands, jazz bands, you name it. And so, you know, basically the rhythm developed in me very young. And which made me feel natural when it came to producing hip-hop beats.
So when was the first time you started making music? Like just give me an age, just when you started making music.
Shit, man. I was probably like 10. I was like 10 years old when I started playing drums.
So what was that song that just made you just pick the drums up? Because I know you heard something that influenced you to make you want to, you know what I'm saying, bang on the drums and whatnot.
My pops would always listen to like classic rock, you know, the Beatles, Pink Floyd, you know, the 60s and 70s. Really had an impact on me wanting to learn how to play music because I was very impressed at a young age by rhythm. Basically, and I always wanted to be a drummer because we'd go to the Christmas parades, you know, when I was younger. And I'd be like, oh man, that drum line and just something about the rhythms and the bass, you know, and everything. It really made me want to be a part of it. So, you know, finally when I started picking up the drums, like it almost came naturally to me, you know.
So you really are like living your dream then, really, right now.
I would say so, yeah, doing it.
Well, being influenced by so many different types of music, what made you like just jump into hip hop and you just rhymed and, you know what I'm saying, start being a producer, making beats, and, you know, you out here rocking shows and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, honestly, like I always listened to hip hop. However, I didn't really start getting into it until later in my life because when I started making beats and composing music, I buddied up with some people from Charlotte that were rappers, and they said, oh, well, you have music in your genes, basically, make hip-hop beats for us. And it really, really led me to want to do hip-hop because I related the rhythmic accuracy of hip-hop and to playing drums, just with words, you know. So, I don't know, that, and then, you know, listening to Tupac and TRIPsta, Bone Thugs. You know, those basically are my inspirations, you know, like for rhythm.
And, which one would you say was probably the biggest influence on you? Like, just, I know it's at least one that just really like stood out.
I would have to say Tupac, honestly. Cause,
Tupac?
The song, what was it? Dying to Live, I want to say. It was on Resurrection.
Resurrection album.
Yeah,
I had to go look that up. I don't want to be wrong on that one.
I think it was Eminem. It was Eminem, Tupac, and the Outlaws, or something like that. And just listening to that song, like in my car, I had the speakers, you know, in my car, the subs, and
no doubt.
Listening to that bass, it's just, I don't know. It's
and
just
it
like,
just was getting in your blood, you know? Yeah. So you being in the hip hop like you is, because I can see it is in your blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna close it out on this last question. Just how do you feel about hip hop now? Like the state of hip hop, as you know, when you looking at this from your own point of view, or you being an artist that perform on a regular, you out here, you in the circulation of what's going on because you around other MCs, you seeing things happen, battles, just you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, all kinds
so just how you feel about the state of hip hop right now?
Well, I feel like I feel indifferent about the popular state of hip hop because I just don't really care about what everybody else thinks. I feel like it's all about independent, local artists right now because they're really talking about the message that is positive. I feel like over the years, hip hop has developed a negative connotation, if you will. But a lot of the hip hop that I've been surrounded myself with personally is positive and brings back that message. Also about knowing your enemy, you know. I feel like everybody's talking about making money, being better than somebody else, you know, all that stuff. I'm not really for that. I like talking about having a good time, you know, hanging out with your people, positive influences, you know, stuff like that. So
I heard that. That's real right there. We appreciate you sharing with us today, TRIPsta's Trip.
No doubt.
And we once again, like I said, we got the TRIPsta in the building. It's your boy General Christ, and I'm gonna let my man Trip give any shout outs if he wanna shout anybody out before we close out today.
Yeah, I got a shout out to True Drew. I also got a shout out to Matt G, Genius as we call him. He's out in Denver, Colorado doing his thing.
Toot, Colorado.
We're getting that legal.
Yeah.
Peace out.
But before we completely sign out on this trip, where can the people look you up at? You know what I'm saying? Best
place to find my music is SoundCloud. The screen name is TRIPsta-Trip. TRIPsta-Trip.
All right, people, that was TRIPsta Trip, and it's your boy General Christ under the Scope Films, and we out of here.